What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video, and I believe you're going to enjoy this one because, as always, I'm bringing a unique perspective to everything. I say that because I'm going to have to go over the squeeze process and how it works, because my ultimate goal here in this video is to show you how it ultimately ends. Okay, because there's been questions of, if, like, for example, Frankie Muhammad, shout out to my boy Frankie, if it drops to 7, how will they cover if we don't sell? Because it's not for sale at 7. So, to understand what's really going on and to understand what's really stopping this squeeze and why they're pushing this price the way they're pushing it, people, it's going to shock you. So you get ready? Let's get started. BlackRock and Citadel, they're the two most famous ones. That's why I've chose them. But it's very accurate with what I'll be describing. But BlackRock has 42,892,769 shares of AMC. Now, then I thought about Citadel. And Citadel wants to borrow 1 million shares of AMC. So they approach BlackRock and they say, hey, BlackRock, Larry, we need to borrow 1 million shares of AMC. And BlackRock says, no problem. Give us cash collateral in exchange for the shares, and we'll loan them to you. So Citadel and BlackRock get together. They put together a collateral package. They turn it over to BlackRock. BlackRock gives them the 1 million shares, and they say, here's your interest payment for the month, the week, the quarter, however they want to arrange it, and the process begins. Taking a deeper look at the process, we see that BlackRock loans Citadel the 1 million shares of AMC they needed. Okay, Citadel pays interest on this loan till they return the 1 million shares that they borrowed, and in the process, retail continues to buy and hold till the burden of the loan becomes too much and the shorts have to close their positions. That's everything in a nutshell, except for one thing: the close. The close is, why ain't the squeeze happening? Nobody's looked at what needed to close the squeeze out. Let's take a deeper look. The process in reverse. How the squeeze starts is what everybody's been focused on, but it's how the transaction ends that I believe the problem is, and I can prove it in the next video. But process in reverse. Retail, as the price spikes up, retail pushes the sell button. They sell their shares back to Citadel. Citadel purchases the stock, returns them back to the lender. It's like a baseball player's first base, second base, third base. BlackRock returns the cash collateral back to the lendee. Home run for everybody. They shake hands and they walk away. So we sell, Citadel buys, turns them back to BlackRock, and BlackRock does what? Returns the cash collateral back to the lendee. That's where the breakdown's at, people. Let me ask you a question. Who do you think is being investigated right now? Do you think Citadel is the focus of the DOJ? If you do, you may have missed a point or two here in all the YouTube hype and stuff. You may have missed a point or two. It's not Citadel that the DOJ is after and the SEC is after. It's BlackRock. Look at this article again. I shared this article with y'all in a few videos past, but I want y'all to take a look at it again. Do y'all remember this article when I showed it to y'all before? Bloomberg's Morgan Stanley raided in Frankfurt in a tax fraud investigation. Remember when I told y'all? I got it linked in the cards up there somewhere, one of these corners. Click on that and watch that video, because in it I tell you, you start at the bottom of the article. It says, in the first indictment issued by Cologne prosecutors in the probe the same year, the bank, Morgan Stanley, is mentioned as a possible lender of shares needed to do the trades. I'll read that again, and then I'm going to show you exactly how it's possible what I'm telling you about. In the first indictment issued by Cologne prosecutors in the probe the same year, the bank, Morgan Stanley, is mentioned as a possible lender of shares needed to do the trades. They loaned the shares for institutions to be shorting, and they didn't have the shares. That's what this investigation was about. So if we come over here to our chart discussing our company and what's going on, then we see that BlackRock is the lender of the shares that Citadel and other hedge funds have been shorting. Everybody's been wondering, where are they getting the shares from to loan? Who's loaning them? BlackRock, Vanguard. They're the ones that's been creating the synthetic positions to give to the hedge funds to sell to us. That's why we can still buy. It's as simple as can be, people. It's not Citadel. It's BlackRock. It's not. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I ain't saying they off the hook. I'm just saying in the overall picture of things, and I'm going to prove it to you, that it's BlackRock that they're trying to stop. That BlackRock, what has happened, Citadel gave them their cash as collateral. They got shares that didn't exist. That sounds familiar. We give them money. They give us shares that don't exist. Well, it starts with BlackRock. BlackRock has been doing it. That's why they came down on them in Frankfurt. Why? Because they're the lendees of the shares that don't fucking exist. So, when you follow the tree and you get to the top of that son of a bitch, BlackRock's the one in trouble. So, now what? The price is at 10. Kenny says they gonna cover. If they go to covering right now, they buy the shares, the stock goes up, they buy the shares from us, they turn to BlackRock, they go to return the shares. BlackRock has to give them what? The collateral package back. And with that, I'll leave you and let you think about what all I'm telling you is that I've told Brenda weeks ago, I thought Kenny was a whistleblower. And she said, what's he blowing? I said, I don't know what he's blowing the whistle on, but he's blowing the whistle on something. That's why they keeping him fucking bouncing around. But it's this. Citadel and all the other hedge funds have turned over cash for shares that didn't exist, just like we've turned over cash for shares that didn't exist. But the shares that we bought that didn't exist ultimately came from BlackRock. And I'll leave y'all with that. I want y'all to think about this, digest what I'm telling you, because the solution to fix what I'm telling you, it just came out of comments. Things are getting ready to pop. So everybody just relax with the price. Not financial advice, but I'm buying more today. Love y'all. Be blessed.